Shame doesn't just weigh on you as a man, it sabotages your marriage. Intimacy doesn't die because you don't love your wife. It dies because shame convinces you love isn't safe. I felt this firsthand. My wife would try to bring something up, something small, and instead of hearing her heart, I'd hear an accusation. She'd say, "You forgot to do this," and immediately my chest would tighten. Shame twisted her words into, "You are a failure. You never get it right." And instead of leaning closer, I lashed out, or I shut down, or I blamed her. Not because she was wrong, but because shame convinced me I couldn't be fully seen and still be loved. That's the game shame plays in marriage. It builds a wall where there should be connection. It tells you if she sees the real you, she'll leave. Or if you admit your weakness, she'll never respect you again. And so you keep her at a distance. You hide behind anger. You retreat into silence. You bury yourself in work, distractions, or even other escapes. But the whole time, what your wife really wants is the man under the mask, the one shame keeps buried. Here's what I've learned: intimacy isn't just physical closeness, it's being fully seen, fully known, and still fully loved. And shame hates that. Shame can't survive intimacy, so it fights to keep it from happening. It convinces you to protect yourself instead of connect with her. And every time you listen to it, intimacy gets strangled a little more. The lie shame tells is this: you are unlovable. That's why every small comment feels like an attack. That's why you find yourself angry when you really just feel exposed. Shame takes your boyhood wound, the voice that said you're not enough, and makes sure it gets replayed in your marriage. That's not her voice, that's shame's voice. But here's the truth: your wife doesn't need a perfect man. She needs the real you. The man who can admit his flaws without collapsing into shame. The man who can stay present even when it feels uncomfortable. That's what builds intimacy. Not performing, not defending, not pretending you've got it all together. Presence, honesty, vulnerability. And this doesn't just play out in marriage. It shows up in your faith too. Shame will tell you you've failed God too many times. He won't meet you here. But just like your wife, God doesn't love the mask. He loves the man. And he meets you not outside of your shame, but right in the middle of it. So why does shame destroy intimacy? Because intimacy requires you to be seen. And shame convinces you being seen is dangerous. But that's the lie. The truth is, you are not your mistakes. What you do matters, but you matter more. If you keep letting shame run your marriage, more time will slip by, and you'll make choices that convince you and everyone around you that your boyhood wound was right, that you really are unworthy of love. But brother, that's not the truth. You can show up differently. You can be the man your wife needs. Not flawless, but present. Not perfect, but real. Shame says intimacy will cost you everything. The truth is, intimacy is where you find everything you've been starving for. Connection, respect, love that lasts. And if you're ready to take that step, click the link in the description and book a forward session with me. Because shame doesn't get the final word in marriage. Love does.